Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we have some very important news to talk about on Bitcoin because as you guys have probably been watching over the last week or so, Bitcoin has finally entered an uptrend because I don't know about you, the last couple of weeks on Bitcoin have been relatively boring. I'm quite happy to see some actual movement, but guys, in today's video, the reason that we are coming at you is because Bitcoin is trading just below $11,000. In fact, I take that back, it's trading just below a level of resistance that's right above 11K because Bitcoin's trading at 11,080 bucks. Guys, we're going to be breaking down why this is important in today's video because Bitcoin needs to break this level of resistance, which it put a chink in the armor of last night, and we're going to be discussing what that may mean for Bitcoin and where Bitcoin may be heading following this in today's video. Guys, I think you're going to get a lot of great value out of today's video because in this video, I'm going to be giving you everything you need to know to determine whether or not you want to enter a trade, which could bring about 8 to 9% return without leverage. We'll get to that later on. Guys, I'm really excited to start seeing some movement coming back into our favorite cryptocurrency. I think that may be what we're about to see, but we're going to discuss all of that in today's video. If you do enjoy today's video, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It really helps out the channel when you do that, but without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Let me ask you something. I have a question for you guys. I want to know, why did you get into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies? Why did you get engrossed in this space and get pulled into it? Some of you might be like, Jeb, this is my first video I remember watching in Bitcoin. What are you talking about? And to that I say, don't worry, you will soon be indoctrinated into the cult of crypto. So I would love for you to tell us in the comment section down below why that happened. For me, I was like, whoa, this is a way that I can use my skills to make money, and I can also be part of an awesome community. Pretty cool. Tell me in the comment section. I'd love to know what got you to stay. Anyway, guys, in today's video, we need to go ahead and jump onto the chart, so let's do that. Guys, this is going to be a pretty simple video. There doesn't need to be a whole lot going into this. You know, there's a level of resistance right here, and as you can see, Bitcoin is right below it. So this is going to be pretty simple, but it is very important, so stay tuned. As you can see, last night we did briefly break above this level and rallied all the way to $11,185 and change, and over the last couple of hours, we have now pulled back just below that level of resistance. As you guys will know from the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, as we talk about in one of our most basic videos over here in support and resistance, the more times you test a level of support or resistance, the more likely it is that that level of resistance is going to break. You can think of every level of resistance as having sort of a hit bar. How many points of health, I can speak, I promise, how many points of health does this level of support or resistance have? In this case, this is a relatively strong level of resistance, but at the same time, depending on how you look at it, we've already tested it 4 times, and that makes a pretty strong argument that we're in fact going to break it, and if we do, here's what will happen. This level being broken almost certainly means that Bitcoin rallies about 8.5% to $12,000. And by the way, guys, 8.5% already sounds like a lot, but if you use leverage on that and you go into like a 10x leverage trade and you're very safe because you're an experienced trader and you know what you're doing over on Bybit, you can use our referral link to save yourself some money and help us out as well. If you use that link and you use some leverage, you could double your money on a trade like this if you're wise with your trade. That's a very important prerequisite, though, of course. So needless to say, Bitcoin breaking out here is a great trading opportunity, and in fact, when we hit $12,000, I personally believe, based on the fundamentals, that it's likely Bitcoin is going to break even higher because of everything we've talked about in previous videos that I don't really want to go over again because I would hate to waste your time. But nevertheless, guys, we can see that volume, even though it is relatively low, looks like the volume that you would expect before a breakout. We have not seen the breakout happen just yet. We're sitting right below it, so volume may be somewhat low right now, even trending to the downside, but as soon as Bitcoin breaks out, we can watch for that big volume candle, that big green volume candle, to see if that is going to allow Bitcoin to rally even higher. I would keep a very close eye on that over the next few days. But one of the reasons I think that we're going to break this, guys, is not only because we're testing the resistance, we've tested it multiple times, we have recently broken above the 20 daily EMA. What this means is that using that EMA and using our flat level of resistance, we essentially find ourselves in an ascending triangle pattern in an already uptrending market, which, if you guys know anything about that, you will know that an ascending triangle pattern in a pennant formation, normally like over 70% of the time, will break to the upside. It will break north. At this point, we're statistically likely to break to the upside above 11.1. You take into consideration things like the MACD just trending to the upside. We have things like the Fear and Greed Index trending a little bit away from fear, more into neutral territory, that being a very good sign that Bitcoin is trending to the upside. The RSI is trending to the upside. We just broke a downtrend on it. And again, like I already said, all the fundamentals in the space gives us a pretty good argument that Bitcoin's going to break to the upside. So here's the question. How do we actually make money in this trade, and how do we do it safely? Well, we're going to go over that pretty quickly here. What we want to see Bitcoin do is break to the upside and break above this top wick right there. We want to see Bitcoin rally above $11,180. Now, that's going to change a little bit depending on the chart, but that's about where that level is right now, and this will more than likely happen on tomorrow's daily candlestick. If Bitcoin does rally above, let's just call it 1112 for a nice even number, then that would be an entry position that we could think about going into. If we put a long position right there at 1112, we can put our stop loss down here just below the bottom of this green candlestick. I'd say that's a good place to put it. And then we put our price target up here just below this level of resistance. That gives us a 2.8 risk to reward ratio and a relatively statistically likely chance of making profit in this trade. This is a trade that may be played out either today or tomorrow, but it's likely to happen relatively soon. I tend not to make such precise calls on the market, but I've got a pretty strong feeling we're going to break bullish here, and if we don't, it's pretty obvious that we're not, because Bitcoin's just going to stay up below 11.1. Right now, in fact, Bitcoin is trending above 11.1. So, guys, I would encourage you, use your own mindset, use your own trading, use your own expertise, your own knowledge. Please, for the love of God, use your own brain in this. But I do think Bitcoin's going to break to the upside. Never trade based off of one indicator, and also never trade based off of the analysis only of another analyst. I'm another analyst because you're, not me. Unless I'm watching this, in which case we are the same analyst, but I don't think that's you. Maybe it is. We'll find out. Anyway, point here is you want to make sure that you're thinking with your own brain. You don't want someone else doing your thinking for you, as my dad always said. I think what I just laid out is a pretty profitable trade, and if it gets triggered, it will be a good trade to enter, but please use your own discretion. And by the way, these trades are a lot more profitable on leverage, but if you haven't been in the market for more than, I'd say, at least a year, and you are consistently profitable without leverage, don't use leverage. But if you are able to consistently use leverage safely, because it is dangerous, I need to stress that, if you are able to do that, you can use our Bybit referral link down below. It does help out this channel and all the growth that we're doing behind the scenes. We would be very appreciative if you use our link, but please, as I said, leverage is dangerous, so, leverage responsibly, shall we? Anyway, guys, I know today's video is a little bit shorter, but that's my 2 cents. It's not really that complicated. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, tell me in the comment section down below if you would like more shorter, kind of bite-sized videos like this, because sometimes I feel like I'm just kind of repeating myself a little bit in videos, and like I said, I want to make sure I'm not wasting your time. That's one of the reasons why, even though I have had people over the years tell me, talk a little slower, Jeb, I like to talk kind of quickly because that's who I am, and also you can slow it down with there's a button down here, you can slow it down to 0.75, and in the spirit of not wasting your time, that is going to do it for today's video. Like I said, if you did enjoy today's video, consider hitting that like button, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 75K subs by the end of the year, and we need your help for that, so if you are interested, the button is down below. It's red, called subscribe. Probably seen it before. If you haven't, I don't know where you've been for the last 15 years that YouTube's been around. Anyway, guys, that is going to wrap it out for today's video. Before I go, though, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.